He pleads his heart out, begging her to be his girlfriend. But, well, you see, she doesn't necessarily feel the same way, as this whole time, she mostly thought of him as a friend. She slumps over, and while muttering the word friends to herself, she grabs him, as now she's totally down to go out with him. And while she pulls her new hubby away, a mysterious figure stands on top of a building, watching, as now her job for the month has finally been completed. An arrow flies right past its target, revealing our MCU, who lost yet again because his aim was ass, falling to the floor defeated. His rival reminds him that since he lost yet again, he actually owes her bread tomorrow, revealing Yako, who thinks beating you is an efficient way to get food, since all she has to do is beat him every single day, and her food will be covered. But Yu wasn't about to have that disrespect slide, because she's always choosing the biggest and most expensive bread, and if she continues, she's just gonna get fat. And he wasn't about to take his word back either. He decided to stand on business, asking her what, and while staring down like the menace that she is, she only had to utter a single word. Shorty. Damn near had bro crashing out over it. But calling him from a distance, someone politely asked him to calm down, with his instructor noticing that he lost yet again while handing him a juice box. But Yu isn't able to wrap his head around it. Why is it that she's so good at archery? Yet that should be expected. She is the sensei's daughter after all. Curious, Sensei had asked why he wanted to beat her so desperately. But to Yu it was so obvious. She just kept pissing him the hell off. Oh. She's always having that smug look on her face. Almost as if she thinks he doesn't stand a chance. Almost as if she doesn't even see him as a rival. He can't stand the fact that he's unable to catch up to her. At least not now. But one thing's for certain, and it's that he's gonna win no matter what. And with a hopeful smile, I'm sure Sensei appreciated the competition from his fellow students. But hell nah, Yu's just twisted inside. He won't stop until that beautiful face of hers pops from frustration. And it seems he brought that same energy with him to school the very next day, when he had to witness all the different couples surrounding him in class. And it had him thinking, aren't there way too many couples at this school? But at this point, his friend just thinks he's jealous. And though Yu claims that he isn't, his friend wonders why he doesn't just confess to his senpai already. But Yu has no idea who the hell he's even talking about, leaving him no other choice but to mention Yako. Confused, Yu mentions that he told him before that they're just childhood friends. Plus, that's the girl he wants to crush with all his might one day. But if he wants to do that, then unfortunately he'll have to get through all her rivals first. But bro didn't even know she was all that popular. She came first in archery worldwide, has great grades, and she's stunningly beautiful. It'd be weird if she wasn't popular. It's even rumored at this point that she has her own fan club for being a real cool beauty. But that just pissed you off more, because to him, she's just a nasty girl with a nice face. And sure, she might be tall and good at archery or whatever, and I wonder if she's really good at cooking. Oh, no, wait, no, I added that last part myself, sorry. But the way Yu's talking, he must at least have a tiny bit of a crush on her. But this man's dedicated. He doesn't give a crap about all this lovey-dovey stuff. The only thing he cares about is archery and beating Yako. And taking a while to think about it, his friend had one last question on his mind. Like, are you sure you're not interested like a tiny bit? But not too far away from them were two girls gossiping how they heard Yoshida was about to confess behind the school right now. And it's fair to say it piqued their interest. But most importantly, didn't you just mention he had no interest in this kind of stuff? But to him, watching other people go through this type of thing is fun to him. As they continue to watch from a distance, they recognized both Ayumu and Yoshida from the start of the video. But something else had caught Yu's attention, and even though his friend thinks Yoshida's about to be rejected, Yu's mind and eyes are someplace else. Because what the hell is that on the roof? Wait, no, rather, who the hell is that on the roof? And he notices right away, no other than Yako herself. And without wasting another second, he dashes over towards the building, all while his friend wonders what's up with him. And right as Yako was about to bite into her bread, there came Yu bursting through the door behind her, heavy and out of breath, warning her not to be reckless. He knows she's trying to die, but he won't allow her to run away with a win. Yako tries to explain that that's not exactly what's going on, but unfortunately she took a wrong step in the process and began to fall backwards. But Yu wasn't about to have that happen, because with every step he took, he got closer and closer, reaching out his hand until all that was left to do was jump. Yako had suddenly sprouted wings while Yu was rapidly approaching the ground. But landing safely in her bosoms, she grabs a hold of him and flies off, bringing him to a shrine in a nearby area. And that's when she broke the news to him that she's actually a Cupid in disguise. She even passed bro her ID, but he's still not getting it. Because aren't Cupids supposed to be naked people flying around with bows? But now she just thinks he's weird. You see, the truth is, her job is to make couples with her love arrows. But forget him not getting it, bro just doesn't believe. And that's when she had to show bro her receipts, pointing to a couple in the distance she had just shot, revealing to be Yoshida. Once a Cupid arrow strikes their target, feelings towards the person in front of them usually overflows. And though this all feels a bit scary to him, you realize something. All those couples at school, it was all her doing. And she's actually quite proud of herself, ranking number 1 in the amount of couples she helped blossom. And she's already on her way to become a top Cupid. And while Yu was too busy trying not to be seen, Yako was also busy getting ready to have him forget everything he's seen so far. You see, Cupid's existence is a top secret and no one outside of her family knows about it. If it just so happens that someone does find out, then, well, she'll just have to make them fall in love with her. At least then they won't resist anymore. And though Yu tried to stop her, she was already locked in. There will be absolutely no leaks guaranteed. So bro had to run for his life. But also, why the hell is she trying to shoot him? She's the one who just spilled all the beans. All while she recommends he stand still, as she's not that great with moving targets. Yu, standing afar off from her, celebrates that she finally stopped firing. And if he's gotten that far, there's absolutely no way she could possibly— nope, never mind, he's dead. And while swooping him up in her arms, she takes towards the skies, mentioning that she finally caught him. But bro doesn't care about that. He's tweaking out because how high up are they? Her solution is for him to stay as far away from her as possible. And only then will he be able to live a normal life. To her, this is the best and rational choice. But Yu doesn't care about that. And while grabbing onto her wings, he propels them down towards the ground. Because she's always like this. All she seems to care about is what's rational and efficient, never once trying to understand how he feels. And even while they're falling, she doesn't get what he means. But to him, a life without Yako? Then, well, to hell with it. Her eyes widen as they quickly approach the ground, and not being able to hold on any longer, they crash-landed on the roof of their school, embracing each other as her feathers slowly descend to the ground. And thank God, bro really thought he was about to die, and begs Yako not to do anything reckless going forward. But the only thing on her mind was what he mentioned earlier while they were falling. He took a moment to explain it again, but this time she finally gets it. But Yu wasn't prepared for what had happened in front of him. The arrow had impaled her side, and so in other words, she now thinks they should get married. And their story continues. Yo, it's your boy Noodles, and I've been mad consistent lately, gang. If you're messing with the videos, then please leave a like, and if you want even more peak fiction, then don't forget to check out this video right here, and I'll see you on the other side.